Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. This is the Audi A8 L Security. Straight away let's open the engine bay because it is special here. It is a V8. This engine actually comes from the S8. Here it produces 571 horsepower and 800 Newton meters of torque. In the S8 it produces 605 horsepower, but it really needs this massive engine. I'll tell you why. Firstly, there's no space in the engine bay at all. There's insulation here, of course, which you really don't care about because this car actually weighs 2 times as much as a regular A8 and it costs 7 times as much. This is the A8L Security, which is sort of a bulletproof car. It's not sort of a bulletproof car, it is a bulletproof car with VR9 levels of protection through the body and VR10, which is the highest level of civilian protection on the windows. VR stands for vehicle resistance, which is like a bulletproof level, which is the highest here in terms of the windows. Other than that, I mean, it's obviously having a lot of technology. The Mercedes S-Guard is one of the rivals of this car, which has VR10 protection everywhere. It's obviously the latest model. And then there is the BMW 7 Series protection, which also is a competitor to this car. In terms of length, this is 5.3 meters long, 3.1 meters is the wheelbase, somewhere around that. Tires are very interesting here because these are PAX tires. You won't understand the tire size at all. 255 720 R490 AC. What does that exactly mean? Well, 255 mm is the width. And in terms of the dimensions, after calculating here and there, it's around 19.2. So if you notice, you can't remove the wheel from the tire. Yeah, the alloy wheel cannot be removed from the tire. This is a very different thing than what we get in regular road cars because Michelin will actually seal them together. That's how it works. These are bulletproof tires, run flats of course, but beyond run flats because they have some material inside, which obviously Michelin is not going to tell anybody, which even when there's an explosive or a blast or a puncture or a bullet shot, it will still run for 80 kilometers at a speed of around 80 kilometers per hour. If the road is good, it can even go 100 and 120 kilometers. Absolutely crazy. This is where you actually put the flag, and obviously it has got 6 parking sensors at the front because this car has self-park, but it really doesn't need it because whoever's going to be traveling this car will have a full convoy going with them. Obviously, these are digital matrix LED lights, very sharp, very bright. Headlight washers are there here as well. Now, if you notice the grille, this is the pre-facelift model. People who buy this car now will get the facelifted model with some changes here and some to the interior as well. It's obviously quattro. You get these lights here on the grille. You get them on the outside rear view mirror as well. That particular light is optional. You can put it later as well. And you get a camera here. You get cameras almost everywhere. This car does not get a heads-up display, does not get a sunroof because why to have such things which will make it worse in terms of protection? So for starters, you don't want another window like a sunroof, which will obviously be a bigger risk because people can shoot from there as well. So no, it doesn't have that. And with armor plated cars, you cannot have a heads-up display either. This glass is super duper thick. In fact, it has got like crazy tech. Here you get rain sensor. That is for ADAS also. And there's a dummy here, so it doesn't get the full suite of ADAS functions on this particular car. Lot of optional equipment you can opt for. But here is another ADAS panel. Now, it has got VR9 level of protection on the body, so it can withstand a bullet. Okay, there's a siren which is sounding at the moment. Let me quickly show you the key of the car. It is the same as a regular A8. In fact, this car goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.3 seconds, which is very quick indeed. An S8 goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in around 3.7, 3.8 seconds. So yeah, 2.6 seconds slower because of the weight, which is almost 4,000 kgs. Twice as much as a regular A8, which by the way costs around rupees 2 crores. This costs rupees 14 crores. 14 crores. This is where you access the fuel tank, which does not open like this, okay? You have to open it from somewhere else, I think from the MMI system. This has self-healing property, self-sealing property. So even if a bullet is hit towards the fuel tank now, it will automatically heal. So it has this material, repair material. When the fuel gets in contact with that particular material, it will seal it off, so that even if there's a gunshot which hits right to the fuel tank, there is no issue at all. That's kind of crazy. Doors are super duper heavy. So the doors, yeah, look at the weight of the doors. These doors alone weigh 160 kgs, which is quite a lot. So obviously you get the soft close door function. There, it pulls it back inside to shut it. At the rear, again, it looks very similar to a regular A8. So the whole design of the car is such that it looks like a regular A8. And obviously you get this connected light, beautiful lights here. Quattro all-wheel drive system. Faisal Khan's fingers of truth hunting for the exhaust. I am sure nobody would do that, but I'm still doing it. Dual exhaust here. So the car is on right now. We're going to turn off the car firstly. So there, I press the button. My goodness. Yeah, car is off. The door is so heavy. Now it feels nice and silent. There's this light here, which you can attach because there's a plug point right here as well. It's very similar to a regular A8 from the outside. so that nobody knows that you're in a security vehicle unless and until they see the glass, because the glass is super thick. It's 6 times as thick when compared to a regular A8, which is absolutely crazy, and the doors are like super duper heavy, which is maddening. Look at it, it looks very elegant. So this car has actually come for G20. Audi has got 20 cars, all are left-hand drives, and these 20 cars each cost, 15 crores, that's 300 crores worth of cars right here. Oh god, I always struggle to open the door. It is so heavy now. They should have this feature where you press a button and this thing automatically closes. Before that, let me show you the boot. Now, the thing is that certain features you will not be able to see because all of them are hidden at the moment. Usually they hide stuff because obviously nobody should get access to it. But this is the boot which has the car cover right now. And let me see, is there a spare wheel? Oh yes, there's a full-size spare wheel as well. Not that anybody would want to use it. So somewhere below here now, they actually have 2 oxygen cylinders which come in use in case, somebody does a gas attack or a chemical attack. You press a button and then, it will just seal all the air vents and put out fresh air in the cabin, which lasts for 5 minutes for 4 people, which means 10 minutes for 2 people. And if you notice one thing, here it tells you exactly where you should put your seatbelt. So there's this light around the seatbelt buckle. Let me actually turn on the light because it's kind of dark on the inside. So here we go. Now it is nice and bright. So we have got a screen here. Let me actually try and access the screen. I've turned off the car, so I'm just going to turn it on ignition right now. Fingerprints, plenty on the screen. So multiple screens inside. Got a lot of screens here and there. Getting in and out is not difficult. By the way, Audi only makes the A8 as a security vehicle. They take 400 hours more when compared to an A8 to make the A8 L Security. So what they basically do, they take an A8 L Security, put 400 man hours to convert it into a security vehicle, changing 1200 parts in the process, which is absolutely crazy. So let's just press this button and there, the car is on right now. No heads-up display, there the Audi welcome is there. Okay, I know the light is blinking too much, so this is actually the button for this particular light. So I press it and there it shuts, and I can change it how I want it to flicker. So that's also possible, and this is for the siren, okay? Yeah. You have the siren here, which is so cool. Let me actually turn on the lights again because we will go to the rear. I think it has got 8 airbags. Soft closed door function is so useful and so important in this car. Here, there, it shuts. Okay, it shut on its own only because of the weight. Here you've got lights. So basically, when you're driving this car now, these lights will change the color. So if the car has been driven, I think it's blue or green. And when you apply brakes now, it will be red, these lights. So the convoy knows exactly if you are accelerating or braking. That feature is also there here. And you've got multiple colors, ambient lighting. Like I was telling you, this is the pre-facelift model, so certain things might be different. So it doesn't have that footstep thing, that lounge seating and all that. Dual tone color treatment, ambient light here. No sunroof because you need better protection, of course. And you get a mirror here with a light. You get the usual bits you get in an Audi A8. But here, you actually get a refrigerator, which is kind of cool. So if you're stuck inside the car, you can just chill your drinks as well. That's kind of nice. Lot of buttons here to control a lot of things, and then obviously there's a screen here with which you can operate. Then there's another screen here. So entertainment wise, my goodness, this is a full luxury vehicle. So it's not as safe as say a tank, but it is a good compromise of safety and comfort and luxury in a beautiful package. Very understated, elegant as well. A lot of leather here and there. You get an ashtray there, I believe. Okay, you can recline the seat and whatnot. Now the thing is, I want to put the window down. It's not coming down because there's actually a switch here. I press this switch and then, okay, window is coming down at a very slow speed. This window is super duper thick. Look at the thickness of this window. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is the reason why it is able to take bullets also. So yes, in terms of explosives, in terms of mines, land mines, bullet shots, rifle, everything it can withstand. Armor plating has been done everywhere, especially below. So basically what they've done is they put armor plating, they put a lot of ballistic protection around the fuel tank, around the underbody, around the engine bay and all that, so that this car can withstand anything shot at it, including an AK-47. Yes, it can withstand shots from an AK-47 because look at the freaking thickness, man. Super duper thick. And here you have got something. Yeah, you have got a proper laptop charger as well. Good amount of space and everything. It just says A8. It doesn't say security. But oh my god, these doors freak me out. Why is there this hidden button here? This is the button actually. There, it's rolling up and down so slowly because there's so much weight. 160 kgs of weight. Why does this car weigh so much more? By the way, there's an alarm button here, which is very much required. So I press this and there, obviously. Sun blind is there because privacy is a thing. That screen is loading, and with this screen, obviously, you can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things with that screen as well. And then you also get the option of having a remote to unlock the car and turn it on. I mean, yeah, it has got options of having a radio from inside, you can talk and whatnot. But a lot of interesting bits. Firstly, the doors really blow my mind because it's so freaking heavy, man. Crazy heavy. Seats are really nice and comfortable. And then the usual Audi bit. So firstly, I'm going to turn on the air conditioning, because when I do that, okay, yeah, there the AC vents actually come out. So we're just going to shut the air conditioning at the moment. 10.1 inch screen. This is an 8.6 inch screen. 12.3 inch screen. Lights are a little distracting, so we will shut it right now. So I've shut the lights. Okay, what are these buttons? So this particular button is for the lights, this is for the siren, and there are 4 buttons here which are dummies. So you can actually put optional kit in this car. Like, what if you want this car to have, say, a Wi-Fi radio or something of that sort, or a walkie-talkie or whatever. By the way, it has a sort of a walkie-talkie feature which I will show you right now. So there's this button called INT and PIT. So with these buttons now you can decide if audio goes in or out. So what happens is, if I press INT, there I'm able to listen to what other people are talking outside. Otherwise, this is soundproof as well. And if I press PIT, then, okay, why is it not working? Let me open the door. Yeah. Can you hear that? Listen to it. Yeah, with that, it's like a walkie-talkie. When I press it, I talk and my sound goes outside. This is so that if I want to tell my security detail, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do that, without opening the window, because if I open the window, the car is no longer protected, right? So this feature is also there. Press this button and talk what you feel like. That's kind of nice. Now, the most important thing is that we have this menu on the top. Press this button. Okay, I agree to everything. Yeah, I agree to everything. Just get me to this button. So emergency exit, I can decide if I want the fire extinguisher to activate. This is for the emergency exit, but I'll show you all that to you even in a better way. You can decide what lights you want. Do you want only the front lights? Do you want only the mirror lights? Do you want the rear lights, siren lights? You can actually decide all that. And you can independently decide if you want to open and close a particular door. So this door I want to open. Yeah, this one. I can independently decide only this door should open. Any other door should not open. So yeah, you can do all that as well. And then the regular Audi MMI controllers, which are nice, easy, high graphics. Most important thing in this car, not the 8-speed automatic gearbox. Top speed is now reduced from 250 kilometers per hour to 210 kilometers per hour because of the weight. And you have a fire extinguisher here. But that's not important. What's important are these buttons. So they are sealed behind. So you have to actually break this glass to use it. The first button is actually not having any marking on it, but I know what this particular button does. This particular button is for the fresh air system. So in case somebody does a chemical attack, what do? You're stuck in the car, right? You can't move, you can't go anywhere. All the bad air and the chemicals and the poison will come through the air intakes here. So it will seal all the air intakes, and with 2 cylinders at the rear with oxygen being supplied from there, we'll be able to ensure that for 5 minutes, 4 passengers can breathe inside. So it will just put out fresh air from those 2 cylinders at the rear. So that is the fresh air system in this car. Then there's another button here. So in case it happens that you are jammed inside the car and you can't get out, the doors are jammed, the doors don't open, you press this button, then there'll be a warning here. You have to confirm this. And once you confirm this now, there'll be small dynamites which will explode near the door hinges and then knock off the door and push it outside so you can get out as well. So then once you press this button now, it will tell you on the menu which particular door do you want that to happen, because obviously there are 4 doors in this car, and then the security guy has to decide that. And this is the fire extinguisher button. So what happens is that it obviously has a heat sensor. It will automatically activate. But what if you are going to drive through a fire? So you can activate it prior as well. What it will do is it will put out fire extinguisher from the engine, from the underbody, wheel housing, as well as the fuel tank to ensure that all fire is dozed off. So that is also there. Then there's an alarm button here, which actually jams all the doors. So nobody can enter the car from the outside at all. And only from the inside you can open the car. Once you do that now, it will ring this alarm and ring this siren to tell people that, you know what, that there's some issue in terms of safety, because obviously these cars don't roam around alone, right? They roam in a convoy, so everybody knows what exactly is happening. So this is the kind of safety in this car. Really heavy doors, crazy amount of armor plating as well. Really long and elegant, lot of lights here, lot of stuff you can actually opt for. Price of this car is around rupees 14 crores, 12 to 14 crores. Then you can obviously add a lot of optional kit to it. When you buy this car now, Audi will train 2 drivers for you, and then they have a 24/7 hotline as well, security hotline. So whenever you have an issue, you can just call them, they will help you with that as well. So guys, this is a quick look at the Audi A8 L Security. Obviously this car is not about top speed or dynamic driving, but in case that's the need, this car can do that as well, because obviously it has got a powerful V8 engine. The earlier model, the previous generation model, had a W12 engine. Yeah, W12 engine, 6 litre W12. This is a 4 litre bi-turbo V8 engine very powerful, gets the job done. But as I look at it, it's just a regular A8 which costs 7 times as much, but then ensures your safety completely. I mean, I'm sure none of you want to ever be in a position to buy this car because freedom is everything at the end of the day. If you like this vlog, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. Let me know what do you think about this car. I have been looking forward to actually making a video on this since a real long time now. I recently saw the i7 protection and I kind of like that car as well, but I'm just wondering how are they going to conserve the battery in case of an attack and all that. Now obviously these cars are used by businessmen, industrialists, government, state of heads, and head of state, sorry, the state of heads. So that's that. You can actually see how thick this glass is. It's absolutely crazy. Quattro all-wheel drive system. The A8 really drives well, really smooth, really comfortable, very luxurious as well. But now with the security version, you can't really close the door also. It's so heavy now, you have to give it a push. I just wish that they also make a SUV version of a security, maybe Q7 security, RS Q8 security. That would be the world's fastest armor-plated car. Yeah, that will be really quick. So that's it, guys. If you like this vlog, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye-bye!